gathered friends, cyber throng.
Ooh, that's fun.
Behold, it's your boys, collectively.
It's your boy.
Jeffrey K. Horcrims, your internet friend, back from an extended and terrifying repose in the wild.
I was expecting a beard. Like, I just wanted you to come in all like fucking mountain man and shit.
I didn't
like
shave.
Fucking
I didn't
tiger
shave,
claws on your, lion claws
I didn't
on
shave
your.
once, like one day, and my daughter just looked at it and she said, "No, Dad," and I didn't know what she was talking about. And I'm like, she's like, "I don't know what this is. I don't know what you're trying to do with this." She's like,
This is not acceptable in this house. She put her foot down.
She made a fucking face, and it was not a face that said "continue doing what you are engaged in currently." In any case, you're in a friend, Jeffrey K. Horcrims. I'm joined, as always, by Acquisitions Intoxicated Brewmaster, Eric J. Benson, Edge Benson, the notorious EJB, Azerbaijan. Now, obviously, in our long dormant phase, that terrifying period where we were apart from one another.
It's like a week, right?
I think so. Okay. It's like maybe 7 days, if that. Of course, we return from those dark lands with new brewing wisdom. Potentially, that's all lies. But we came back with a thirst, to be sure. And of course, we have a host of devices. You're aware by now. The entire purpose, Ninja Mike. You're aware, of course, that we adhere to the monomyth. We recognize that the program has
an arc,
a narrative arc,
a journey.
Yeah, and we're going to bring you along with it. Of course, you felt that stirring deep within. You've seen this precious device. You've seen these gentlemen, and you have felt your heart palpitate. It's trying to communicate something to you. It says, take up these ancient ways, these skills, these capabilities, this enthusiasm, transform it into alcohol. That's what it's telling you. Now,
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I really like those words.
Well, I'm on it. That's what I can do. Now, you of course know about our crucible. You know what its power, its vigor. So what are we going to throw into this bad boy?
This is the recipe we made for our dear friend Jeff.
Oh, indeed.
Magic.
Yeah, Jeff Magic now.
This is, what was it? Stout for blood. This was a blonde stout.
Stout for blood. Oh, that's right.
Remember how we were like, okay, he wants to be sneaky. He wants it to, kind of jab you without even knowing about it.
This is the episode that I missed because I was not here. So you, in my absence, you were able to construct a blonde stout. So this grain bill is going to be all lighter.
Yeah. So we went with an 11 on the SRM scale. We want this to be super light.
Oh, sneaky.
Yeah.
Sneaky almost. And then you're going to arrive at the classic stout flavors with nib.
Yeah, actually, nibs and mulling spices.
Spices?
So you're going to get, at the end, you're going to get this spiced flavor that's really going to shank you in the gut.
Oh, that's going to be bizarre.
Right?
So everything about this, like, the flavors sound good, but everything about it will be unsettling.
Yeah.
As a beverage.
Welcome to Jeff Magic.
I'm into it. So
check out the grain bill, right?
Yeah. So hook it up.
So it's all pale malt, mostly pale malt, but Golden Promise. So it's super sweet to start.
Yes.
Then you're gonna get your special B in here, which gives us a little bit of the color.
So I was gone that week, and then
that's how I fucking rolled it right in.
Put the B in, tucked in that B.
Listen, you gotta play to your audience.
No, it's true. But then you also hooked them up with flaked oats that had retention.
Flaked, yeah, exactly. And the caramel, there's gonna be a nice caramel flavor kind of going right through this.
You touched it. And then
poof.
It was emitted. I know exactly what's going on in here.
Flared the nostrils, right?
Oh, what a scent.
But, so check this out. So the hop build is awesome. Idaho 7. You remember Idaho 7? Check out the descriptors for this.
The acid's nuts.
Tropical fruit, orange, apricot.
Yeah. It's a kinky new hop. Let's be clear about that.
And then we went with lemon drop, but we had to do a substitution because it was out for Wakatu.
Oh, God, yeah. And we've had to do that before, of course.
Totally.
And it's still good.
Yeah,
it's still sharp. We want sharp citrus.
Yeah, it's
right?
lemon, pine, and all those fun tropical flavors we want.
All right.
But take a whiff in that bag because you're just going to get this amazing sweet feeling.
Oh, no, it's you know how I feel about a sack.
Sack of grains.
Oh, my God, yeah. And these oats.
smells so good, right? I was crushing the malts, and I'm like, I want to swim in you. I literally wanted to Scrooge McDuck that fucking bag.
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, I mean, that is... So what is it? So the special B is giving me a little bit of that...
The caramel, but
it's the rich...
It's the Golden Promise that's so much sweeter than regular pale malt.
It's the fresh cracked Golden Promise, I think, that's providing the back end for it.
Super cool, right?
But you'll be able to see, Gathered Throng, you'll be able to see these oats. You'll be able to get full access to this wholesome shit. Well, and it's quite the bed here too. What type of ABV did you put on this thing?
I think it was. It's only about 6%.
Yeah, but with this particular mix, it just has a lot of volume, I think. Yeah. Good Lord. So yeah, gathered friends here. Let me get this shifted for you so you can have a chance to see. If I can direct your attention here and here, but you can see what we're talking about when I mean these flaked oats. I mean, we call them that. That's what they are in the device. That's the term. But we're really talking about. I mean, this is oatmeal.
Pretty much.
You have seen it, and it is ready to go to work.
But yeah, I mean, it's real. I mean, you can see. You don't crack the oats when you put them in here. So it's just
no. They don't
basically your cereal.
Yeah, they don't get broken up. But even then, and because we know this, I remember we had a very detailed conversation about this once when we were on that weird tour, which we should try to do again.
Yeah.
In near term, there was. It's not soapy because soapy it moves into the sort of coriander thing, but it has to do with like the almost like syrupy nature of the when we say body and head retention, like that's what we're talking about. Yeah. Which can be very satisfying. In a beer.
Especially in this style of beer as well.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, exactly. Because we're trying to get at stout body.
Yeah.
Without using any of the basic tricks, right?
Exactly.
All right, here. So, who's first?
Idaho 7. You're going to use half a bag.
Half a bag.
It's a half an ounce of Idaho 7.
Okay. God, I cannot wait.
Right. You are going to love the smell of these hops.
Let's see. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, yeah, because it has the big fruit and that sort of like Flintstones minerality, but there is the there's like the I feel like there's a spiced like almost a pine type thing. One hesitates to be that person, but
that's wildly
also
good.
One endeavors to manifest that person.
Yeah, you definitely get the tropical fruits coming out off that one.
Yeah. Dude, I've been thinking so much about the signing bonus.
Oh yeah.
Thinking about it a lot. That's the Two Beers collabo. Because it has Belma. And I suspect that'll be the first time a lot of people have had a beer that has Belma really, really forward.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one.
Oh. Yeah, that's all right. You want some of this?
Up in your craw. You want it's legal. It's
In Washington State. For recreational use. Hops are legal. Right, and then how about the what kind of?
That's another half on in the second drawer there.
So I have some tools down here.
So this is going to give us. This is going in at about 5 minutes, so it's going to give us a lot of flavor and aroma.
Oh, it's right near the end.
Yeah.
Hey, so with the mulling spices, Mon Frere.
Yep.
When do those go in?
Those go right into the boil. Yeah, we got them.
Oh, really? So Les Ciseaux. So those are actually, well, of course, right? So you guys, it's actually like a traditional mull.
Yeah.
In addition to the rest of it, dude, this place is going to smell
delicious.
This place is going to smell okay. So that's basically, it's going to be some dried fruits, but mainly clove.
Yep, exactly.
Right?
Precisely.
Right?
Boom, right off. Yeah, that's the main smell you're going to get from them.
All right, let's take a look at the Waka too. Oh, weird. It's much flatter than the other one. Like the other one is sort of like, hey, what the fuck's going on?
Right. So, I'm fruit. I'm tropical fruit. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No,
that's kind of like, yeah, bro. I know.
Idaho 7, Idaho 7 approaches the nose in the manner of a YouTuber, right? And I mean precisely zero disrespect. I'm just saying that like it's just a what's up everybody. Yeah. I'm Idaho 7. Yeah. Welcome to my channel.
This is like Paulie from Goodfellas. It's like Paulie Moose for no one. Wakatu just walks in and says, "Hey, here's my flavor."
Yeah, exactly. This is my flavor profile.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Enjoy it.
Oh my lord, that is marvelous. All right, I think we need 2 more Pele. There we go.
Cool.
Oh, from our friends at Brewcraft. You talked to Anthony over there?
Yeah. They're doing awesome. We actually had...
I bet they are doing awesome.
One of our viewers, excuse me, if I wasn't able to get the name from the boys, but so today we'll call you Johnny Bottles. So Johnny Bottles came down from Alaska.
Yeah.
And brought us... I think a home brew because it literally just says gummy bear on top.
Is there that telltale silt?
Yeah.
Okay, no.
A SOB stout from Midnight Sun Brewing, great name for a brewery in Alaska.
Yeah. Love the look.
And he also brought us a lambic from another brewery, but I'm going to save that for when we do our lambic run.
For Mike?
Yep. But he also, so he had come in because when he comes down from Alaska, he goes to microbrew and gets his beer goods. And also, he's going to be brewing Jingle Bell Hop and the barley wine.
I was just going to say, well, these are, so the Trevor themed, the Treverages, if you will.
Ooh.
That's why I'm the professional writer. So we got this bad boy. I'm going to drag my bulk around the side of the device. And install it. And so it knows all about... Stout? Okay.
Give it a rip. Let's see what they're doing.
And then it looks like we have some presents from months ago, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like, she's not here for me to thank, but the Acquisitions Incorporated kneeling pillow, I mean, I feel like it's a rare...
Yeah, like you get to...
It's not a product...
genuflect on a...
Yeah, it's not a product that's going to see a lot of use. You know what I mean?
But man, when it gets used, it fucking works.
For those who need it, for those who need it most, the Acquisitions Incorporated kneeling pillow.
Yeah, this is like Spaceballs, the movie, right?
Hang on.
Merchandise.
Now, does the Pico Brew, does this device have a sleep mode?
Fuck, really? Oh, yeah, because you can use it with your Wi-Fi. So, like, you can program it to turn on even when you're not at home.
This is not a commercial. I'm legitimately... So, because there was no boot. It just went right to my recipes from cold.
Pretty cool, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, so, like, kind of like with your smoker, you can just be, like, upstairs and say, okay, Pico Brew, turn on and brew X.
Oh, yeah.
If everything's already loaded in. Underdog, I see what you wrote.
What's going on?
There's too much about Grano fissures in this chat.
The underdogag? Absolutely not. All right. Lord's Favor, Hoarfrost. Oh, a big fan there. Mm-hmm. Is it Stout of This World?
Stout of This World. Is it there?
Yeah, oh yeah. I think that might have gotten better. I think that's sinking.
Wait, is it Stout of This World or Stout for Blood?
Oh, Stout for This World, excuse me. Oh, hold on. Stout for Blood.
We have Stout of This World.
And listen, it's fine. It's so much easier to exit from the process now.
Hold on. Let me.
I got you.
Where is, what the heck?
Oh man, signing bonus is in there. Of course, our signing bonus will be a little bit different, right?
Yeah. Hold on one second.
Yeah, do your thing.
So this is how easy it is to actually just get into this back program. It takes 2 seconds to go in.
And sync it up?
Yep.
Well, see, this is the thing. It's like, while you're doing that, I'm looking over here. I'm looking at the Pico Still. I'm looking at the Sous Vide. And I'm looking at the coffee. So I grabbed a bunch of, because we don't want to use the Ethiopian coffee for the cold brew.
Yeah. So why is that? What's the difference? You know, what's the, because I haven't really done any cold brewing yet after.
At least in my experience, There's flavors that are really good in an iced coffee, like for Ethiopian coffee, because the main thing for Ethiopian coffee is like the fruit nature of it.
Yeah, and that's what I love about that. That's what made me love coffee.
That's the draw. I mean, I push this on you hard, right? Over a long soak, like you have, it's one thing if you make a pot of coffee, drink it hot, that's good. Ice some coffee, that's fine. What I have found for cold brew, there's just a lot more contact with grounds.
Okay.
And some of those fruit flavors that are good in the other forms, they taste like off flavors in a cold brew where there's a lot of grounds contact.
Yeah.
But let's make 10 gallons of it. I mean, who cares? So I have a supply of beans coming this week.
Okay.
Next week, let's make cold brew. Let's do cold brew instead, and let's hook up the nitro tap.
Yeah.
Right here. So it's good?
Yep, should be good. Iceberg, we absolutely can do coffee beer. I think we've crafted coffee beer before.
Well, yeah, the truth is, right? We can do both of them in the same fucking device.
Yeah.
We would have the cold brew ready to go. Let's try this again.
Stout for blood.
Yes, everybody. Yeah, even the error message was pleasant and friendly. Stout for blood. 6 hours, 17 minutes. Step filter. Yeah. Yes. This is very Dragon Quest Builders too.
I love it.
I'm just going through all the dialogue.
God, I'm so hooked on that game.
I'm getting right to the end. Start now, my friend. All right. There we go.
Look at that. Did that go in perfectly too? I didn't even.
Well,
there wasn't even a.
No, you didn't even have an opportunity to shame me.
Yeah.
It was great. It was a huge plan. It was a plus.
That was all distraction, you son of a. God, you know.
It was a huge plus, and we got there. You know what? We got through it. Now, so this is from a fellow enthusiast.
Yes, Johnny Bottles brought this down from Alaska.
Right. So should we pour a glass of their gummy bear? Oh, who's this handsome gentleman?
I think Jeff needs to be pouring the.
It's Mr. Cows. Now,
I heard the call.
Indeed, the siren song of these grain liquids. Now, if he wants to, we should grab some of this gummy bear. And while we're doing so, we should take a look at these presents that have been sent, because these have been in the chiller for a while. They have been on the back.
Are you guys brewing? Are we brewing the Jeff No Magic?
Yes.
Oh, I should have come in and smelled the grains.
Oh, well, trust me, you will get a sense of them in short order. Now,
wow, it's like moonshine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it has that. I like the new format for the growler.
I know, right?
Like, when I first learned the term growler, it's like
no, this was back.
God only knows what this thing is.
I'm dating myself, like 18 years ago, whatever it was.
It's a long time ago.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
Years ago, the growler was like this freaking big. It was like you were bringing home a mash tun. You know what I mean? And it was huge. You had this awesome iron.
Just as an example, my growler is 2 fucking gallons.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. With iron, it weighs like 40 fucking pounds.
No, exactly. With a metal,
Yeah.
like a giant metal handle that goes around the end.
Yeah, and
Do we know what the base is on this?
nope,
We don't know anything.
Like, is it a lager that's infused? Is it a?
nope.
We don't
Listen,
know
it said
anything
gummy
about it.
bear on top.
It just did
Do
say.
you need anything else?
Gummy bear.
You know everything that we know.
It smells like a pale.
Yeah.
Tang,
smells
it does. I don't think it's going to be too.
I don't think it's going to be too overpowering. Are we sipping?
We are. The ABV is real.
That tastes.
The ABV is real, but this is their gummy bears have been introduced.
You don't taste it until the very end.
Yeah.
Gummy bears have been introduced to this liquid, but that is a lovely.
But if you didn't
coloring
tell me it
package
was
as well.
gummy bears, I would think it was some sort of fruit infusion.
Exactly. But it has to do with that little bit of like sweet wax character
Yeah.
of the gummy bear.
I tasted more in the second swig.
Wow.
God, what is the ABV on this thing?
I don't know. I don't know if this is a homebrew he made or if this is actually Kenai.
You gonna look up the
Kenai
logo
River?
on the thing?
Yeah. Well, here it's.
While you're looking it up, Eric, I gotta tell you, I cursed your name
That happens often. So.
because I was having dinner at McMiniman's.
Oh, geez, really?
And they actually,
I love that place.
in the place, list the hops.
Oh, nice.
And I recognized
Ah,
all the
really?
freaking hop names. I was like, oh yeah, I know this hop.
Well, yeah, McMiniman's. They have a bunch of their own, like 10 or more, completely custom brews that
Yeah.
are in all of their places.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I wasn't mad I was there. It was just, I was like, I'm reading the descriptions and then they have the hop names and I'm like,
I switched the glasses.
I know these names.
Just so you can see the branding. So what did which one were you at?
The one in Bothell.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Anderson
pretty
School.
neat. Yeah,
Oh no,
fancy.
we
Oh,
love
yeah.
it. We go there.
Yeah. New
We
Belgium.
go there a lot.
Thank you so much. Now, New Belgium, while you're in the channel, did I hear correctly that you are going to be at PAX West? Is that
Like,
is that known? Is that a known quantity, or have I said a true thing too early, which is
no.
the typical
Yeah,
thing?
I think we can start talking about
I
it.
think it's been established. Yeah. There we go. Downstairs in the main building, there's an area back in the
Yeah.
Act Theater, I think.
It's a Belgian triple.
Yeah, I was
That's
just gonna
exactly what
say,
we're
Gummy
drinking.
Bear Beer by Kenai. That is literally what we have
Yeah.
right now, and that explains it. The triple explains it.
Yeah.
Because I understand, because a triple can be pretty. It can have a pretty. The Belgian nature of it can be pretty real at that point, but the triple has like a substantial alcohol presence that sort of like cuts through the body of the beer.
Yeah.
No, that's really good. I would drink more of that.
It is real, but you have to be careful with this.
Do ya?
Yeah.
You do. You do. It's like when it sits on top. But of course, it's as a Belgian triple, it's going to be something that gets poured.
Right.
I'm glad I scheduled all those bids for
Yeah,
improvements to your building today.
Exactly. So what I want, Jeff, is I want you to really I want you to get into an imaginative, creative space. I want you to find a cool, reimagine the exterior.
Hall of Mirrors entryway into PA.
No, that is something else. Here, so should we try a sip of this? A sip of the stout, or do we want to do the Coyote Moon?
My wife brought that back to California.
From
So
Cali?
this is not an Alaskan one.
Snipes
Deep amber
Mountain.
in color, this ale features a sweet malt flavor that is smooth and satisfying.
It's a brown ale. I love brown ale.
Should we?
I would go 1, 2, 3. I would do the stout last. If
Yeah. Well, because of the roasted
We need a church key.
character. Oh, fear not. Clues.
Yep, there's an ample supply of the church keys.
Yeah, I have a ready supply here. So this is from Snipes Mountain. This is from your wife brought this up for us, Ghostly? Yep. Thank you so much. Oh, this is going to be good times, everybody.
Yeah, I find myself gravitating towards the brown ales because they do tend to have that maltier, caramely,
Well, I mean, you can tell just by looking at it,
and that's my go-tos.
like what's going on here. So you brought that really interesting device in a while back with the Torps.
The Torps, the Hopsy.
Hopsy, have you found? Have
Ooh,
you
you can
continued
smell
to
the
find?
caramel.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
right. You continue to find use with it,
Oh yeah, all the time. I've
Good.
got a stout in there right now.
and they've kept up. Like they've got new styles.
Oh yeah, they're all constant. It's in fact
offerings?
sometimes I go to get one that I had before and it's already gone. It's it's out of season or they've already
so glad. 'Cause
and I
such a
believe they've
neat-
expanded.
It's such a neat device. Like you just never know, because sometimes it's like you get that sort of like cool niche device, and it just gets way up its own ass.
yeah.
And then like nothing happens with it.
I would love for them to connect up with some Seattle folks and do some of the microbrews in this
Some of
area.
the local ones. Yeah, okay, so yeah.
Oh, it smells so
This is
good.
what I said. As soon as I opened the bottle,
Yeah.
as soon as I opened the bottle, I said, okay, well, this is, I mean, brown ales are basically just a kind of food. Right? It's like a rich,
Like a
potable,
toffee.
Yeah, it's a rich, potable cinnamon roll.
Oh,
So
God.
this was she brought this from California.
That's what she said, yeah. She was down
Yeah,
there.
sunny side.
Pretty
right?
cool. It's made in Sunnyside, Washington.
Oh, really?
That's a local brew. They probably brought.
That's awesome.
Dude, that's amazing.
But this beer has been on a trip.
I'm not even familiar with. I'm not even familiar with Snipes. Mountain.
Where is Sunnyside, Washington?
Is there a town in Washington called Sunnyside? Victor.
I'm sure there is.
Well, I'll believe it when I see it.
It's really good.
This is fucked, man.
This is good. You guys don't need to taste anymore. I'm gonna.
Wow, that is really good.
That is dessert
super caramel.
Oh.
Yeah, that's all it is.
That tastes like Cracker Jacks.
Well, it tastes like Cracker Jacks.
Yakima
for
Valley
sure.
hops.
Yeah.
Northwest malted barley.
That's the funny thing. You're saying Yakima Valley hops. I mean, that's just saying hops. Like maybe in some other place they could be proud of that.
It's like saying Napa grapes.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Yakima is where you get the fucking hops.
That's where a lot of the country gets their hops.
Exactly.
I used to live in a town outside of Puyallup called Ording, and they had hop fields
Oh, you would?
forever.
You would? Yeah, this is out of control. This is like a cinnamon roll, Cracker Jack.
Dessert beer. It's my breakfast beer.
It tastes so. The caramel is so rich that it actually tastes like a decoction.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they could have put some melanoidin in there.
Yeah, it tastes like they took a portion of it, boiled it down into a caramel, and then added it back into the.
Yeah. Super good.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'd have this in a float.
so put a pin in that. We have to keep our eyes out for Snipes Mountain.
Yeah.
And also
Look for
this
some other
theory is
This place called Sunnyside.
was
That's
gonna
the
say,
fucking.
well, the Sunnyside-
that sounds like it's on the Jersey Shore somewhere. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I gotta go to Google Maps. I gotta know where it is.
Mr. Mitsu, thank you so much. Now, it's also possible, here, I have a special device
Oh, that's
for this
good.
purpose. It's possible also that Sunnyside constitutes a sort of Brigadoonian scenario, whereby once every 100 years, they come into phase.
yeah.
So it's right off the highway between Yakima and the Tri-Cities.
Okay.
So near Grand View, a little ways outside of Prosser.
So was that like an hour and a half away?
On 82. So it's 2.5. Let's see, Yakima's about 3 hours from here.
We got to do this as part of like a
2.5.
road show where we just go visit breweries around, like an Anthony Bourdain style like road show where we do
Here,
breweries.
Jeff, fear not. No, we will bring you.
Look,
we will
if
bring
we
you.
do a road trip and we bring some of the camera crew and we just do a show.
Well, Josh has basically the Twitch backpack made now, so.
and let's just
So Josh, do you have your mic? Okay. Well, yeah.
If I wanted.
Are you good? So
Yes.
So Josh, so you had
Unless
a
you
remote
didn't get
setup
much pouring time in.
that we used for the two beers setup.
Yes.
But did that work okay for you? It seemed like there was a couple challenges with it.
It worked fine. There was some challenges because there was some new equipment there that I was renting and
Oh.
stuff like that. Yeah.
If we tried to do something along that vein again,
Could we set you up in the back of a van and travel with a posse?
I
to
mean,
different
we don't need
brews?
that huge
That would
setup
be
either.
very expensive.
We don't need that full product. We could just do a backpack show, well, pseudo
Yeah,
backpack.
you could just do the backpack.
Yeah.
yeah. Because it seemed like you were having pretty good experience out at East with the more backpack lo-fi type setup.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like
that would be fun.
I feel like there's some things that are so dumb, like you just.
We could start local. I mean,
have to-
honestly, we could start local and do a really long lunch and hit 3 or 4 places.
No, we could do that here, but the ultimate thing, backpack style, maybe like an evening stream. Excuse me. Well, I'll come back. Maybe it could be a situation where we take people with us on
Oh,
So,
fuck,
Jeff,
that's a great idea.
We have a block, and we don't know why this is. But
That's a good idea.
It was more of an industrial area.
Yeah.
As is common there in that sort of like Ballard, Fremont, and then the Freelard scenario, which they described that middle corridor, right? On the way to the old office, basically. There is a block, and it started with Reuben's
Lucky Envelope.
Yeah, it started with Reuben's and Lucky Envelope, and then that's on one block, on basically on sort of on each side of a single block, and then a Czech brewery opened up called Obek, which we were not familiar with. I mean, you think of Czech Pilsners, right? But it blooms into this entire range of beers that we just don't have.
Right.
We don't. They're not in our framework basically, but they're all light, easy drinking, delicious. But they move into a darker spectrum that we don't consider, right? And then the other corner is Stoop. It's 4 breweries, functionally speaking, in like a block and a half.
Perfect. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's impossible.
I would be
I like
fine.
the thought of like bringing a couple people from the chat and
Why not?
like going on bringing them on the writing trip.
But the fact the fact is, we've already met. Like we have been on this trip and met people from the chat. Anyway, now, so before you go, Mr. Kaus, now smell.
So I've been
what's going
smelling
on
this
down
stout.
here. I mean, smell the room aspect of the brewery device.
Okay.
Because that is the.
Right now, the stout is super overpowering.
I have not put it in. I have not put it before my crop. Oh my goodness!
Yeah, I smell beef bouillon. Like to me, this stout.
Whoa!
Yeah,
what the hell is in this?
Yeah.
This is fantastic.
Like,
I know. You know what it is? It's Worcestershire.
Oh yeah, I'm getting like savory.
Yeah. This is crazy. What the hell's in this?
This stout.
It's gotta be wood.
This stout comes from the thick loins of our infamous Berserker Imperial Stout. I already fucking love this.
Loins.
Second
Well,
running
look,
for the
they gotta get the
Berserker.
yeast from somewhere. If it's loin yeast.
No, Beckenbauer. No question. Yeah. You put that. You
all
put
I
that
got.
right in the bottom of the crock pot. You get like a beef, a chuck roast in there. You flour it.
Well, no.
Sear it.
So if you,
And then you just
I'm
flop
getting
it down in
it's
it.
like
get a couple whiffs, there's smoked grains in here.
Yeah, you can tell.
Right off the nose, there's smoked grains.
okay.
Part of what you're pulling.
why I'm
I was just
pulling.
gonna say
That
this
makes
is stuff that you know about, right? Because a lot of that character is going to come from like red
Typhoon,
wine.
it's not a full Roush, it's a stout, but there are definitely some smoked grains in this
So
beer.
that's where you're pulling some of that savory beef, like sauce type aspects.
Yeah.
Is because some portion of these grains have been smoked.
I feel like this is a teriyaki based
Yeah.
beer.
Soy based.
That's great.
They're fucking killing it here.
Oh
This
wow,
is A+.
Time to take a trip to Alaska, boy.
That is A+.
that is different.
Going on a trip, boys.
That is different, but I definitely want to drink this with food that I've just grilled.
No, you want food. Like you want to. This has to be part of a meal.
Our chat monitor is dying because the battery is running low. That's a new one.
It happens to the best of us.
That's very different. I don't know that I would just pour a glass of this and just sip it. Like,
this is for a pairing.
Yeah.
Like this is
This is
part
like
of it.
this is like going to what was it, Herb Farm, right?
Yeah.
And this is something I would get there
But
paired
this
with,
is
with
this
something
is
I made.
essentially like from a grammar perspective, like this is just part of a sentence.
Yeah.
Like we need other things. Let me suggest a few things.
Yeah.
No. We need grilled asparagus.
Shish kebabs.
You're right. Fish.
Fish would be great, like a
rich fish.
Yeah.
Like a
Well, Copper River salmon with the
Copper River
brown
salmon, yeah.
brown sugar glaze.
halibut. Something that can stand up to it.
Yeah.
Right? But it's got to be over wood. Hey, this is great news. This all turned out great.
All right. I'll let you guys get to brewing.
Mr. Kaus.
I'll take the rest of this Snipes Mountain with me.
for lunch.
Yeah.
I might,
for lunch. Yeah,
might
no.
enjoy it.
God, that's fantastic.
God bless you. Now, let's take a look at this real quick.
Oh yeah.
Acquisitions Intoxicated.
Two.
To us.
I always appreciate someone who can wrap something in wrapping paper because I suck.
No.
I suck.
I cut like twice as much.
Yeah.
Like,
Me too.
no
I'm like
shit.
mine would be out to here, and I'd have to cut down.
Well, here, I can actually show you how I would wrap it. I'm not gonna tear this at all.
Yeah.
I'll just show you how I would wrap one of the things that we have with us on the show. These look like books.
Whoa.
What?
What is this?
Well, here, do we have the overhead cam? Perfect.
Those are, wow, very cool. I have never seen that.
The Tom Caxton book. Look at
That's
this
awesome.
Dude, this is 70s as shit.
Right? That's
I'm
amazing.
into this.
Super cool.
There's no place like home for brewing a good pint. Well, I won't disagree with you, Mr. Caxton. It seems like you would know. You got the cool sign.
Right? I guess that really, once you have the sign, that's...
Once you have the sign, you know. Oh, I was just gonna say, this is like you're saying. Did the other book get it from here?
What is it?
Relax, pull a pint of your favorite brew and enjoy yourself. I was gonna say, because the very first time before we did the
Oh, yeah.
the first show even.
Yeah, sit
you were
back
like,
and have a homebrew.
that's the first step, right?
Yep. Oh, man, this is great. Look at this. These are all simple recipes of learning how to...
That sounds to me like they paraphrased Mr. Caxton here. Here, so the bartender's book, obviously we can take full advantage of this.
Yep, that's a classic.
But honestly, that would be an amazing guest. We should just find somebody who is into this type of thing and then just do that show Tuesday.
We can do that all the time. I got all those stuff.
Do you know this type of shit too?
Yeah, unfortunately, yes. And I don't drink a lot.
This is New York club stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is like you've been in that position, like behind the bar to do this.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm delighted.
Yeah.
The issue
we
with
can can smoke all the crazy tobaccos and infuse it with the liquor and all the stuff you want. It's like when we did Kate's thing.
No, I was just gonna say the truth is that it's like when we tap, we definitely get some guests in from the office. I think this is going to be a dangerous program.
Oh yeah, because everybody will be bomb. Because usually when you make a crafted cocktail, it's 2 to 3 shots of booze.
Good housekeeping. Good housekeeping, homemade wine and beer?
What?
What?
That's amazing.
Are you talking about?
Get a whiff of that.
Oof.
When was it? What's the copyright on that?
74.
74 was the.
This is. I would not have made that association at all.
Yeah, right.
Racking and clarification, acid and tannin in the must.
If you ever told me there would be a good housekeeping book on. What?
Color plates? What in the hell are you talking about?
Look at this. Huh?
Holy shit. I'm shook.
Yeah.
As the youth say. Shook.
Cotton wool. Look at how they're.
Cotton wool?
Look at how they're. This. Look at this.
Look at this piece of shit.
So they have. You can buy these now. They're manufactured for like $1. You can get them.
Well,
but this is the bungs. But look at the. Now they're saying this is how they used to do it. Cotton wool on top and
water or sulfite solution. The whole idea of this fucking Byzantine. This is like Unicron or something.
Yeah.
This is madness. The whole idea of this Byzantine thing is to make it so that air contact doesn't happen with the fucking wort. Like. Look at this. This is like an IUD or something. Like, this is bizarre. The way that it works now is you get that dollar plastic thing, and then you put Monarch vodka in it to keep air from contacting
same exact
it.
concept. We're just using plastic, just not glass.
It's the same concept, but this is bonk.
Yeah.
This is bonk. All right, well.
That's awesome. These books are fantastic.
What an assortment.
That's a treat.
I was just going to say, so this is how I would.
Yeah, I want to see this because I'm just as bad.
So they gave us these books.
Yeah.
This is how I would wrap the same books. I'll use their original configuration. I've come to believe it has a holy connotation.
And you'd like string it or something?
Yep. String, or if I was feeling fancy, a ribbon. It's wrapped, bitches! No.
Suck it, Martha.
What a profound assortment of treasures.
That's fantastic.
But also there are dark tidings. I should warn you. Deeply tasteful, of course. Monsieur Benson et Holkins. I hope this fruitcake finds you well. With luck, it may convince you that a fruitcake that's actually worth eating does in fact exist. Mr. Benson will be pleased to know that this recipe does include walnuts, or does not include walnuts. Oh, you can't eat them, right? Tree nuts? Death? but does include almonds, which I apologize for here. So this is me.
This is all you.
So this is my private torment, which I apologize for not inquiring about before.
I will take a nice whiff though.
Yeah. In the spirit of friendly competition, I would like to challenge you to create a beer suitable for accompanying this cake. It might be a delightful task for this afternoon's labors. Best regards, Acquisitions Incorporated Associate Branch, Western Oceans Expeditionary Group.
That's great.
G. Baxter, Mayor Labors,
Thank you,
please.
Mr. Baxter. Oh, you're right in chat. There he is. Dark tidings. Dark tidings. You'd get that if you finally watch What We Do in the Shadows.
I can't wait.
Wow, what is it? So this is nothing like
No.
what we see, that like weird block of gelatinous goo. That smells amazing.
Yeah, this is soaked with oil.
Like see, that looks utterly amazing.
No, so this will kill you if you touch it.
Yeah,
Right?
well, no, I mean, I can touch it, I just can't, eat it.
Put
Wow.
that on your craw zone.
Oh my God, that smells so good.
Yeah, like it smells like rich and good.
Yeah, it smells like something you'd want to eat.
Well, I mean, generally speaking, fruitcake is considered a humorous
Yeah.
adjective.
This would be amazing. Like if somebody brought this out at a party and in fact I could eat it, I would eat the hell out of that all day long.
Here.
Thoughts? Oh God. Is it good? It's great?
That's wonderful.
Yeah. It smells.
Oh God, just the thing.
Ha! Brilliant.
No, because we wanted the food, right? We were with this badass stout. No.
Graham, I'm gonna die just for you.
No, don't do it. I don't want to drag your ass to the hospital.
I was just in the hospital. Who cares?
I guess there was like, Mr. Benson.
Welcome back. Graham, from the little piece that I could eat, that's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, this is it.
I would
This is
eat
the hot shit. So how do we put it over to the chat?
Okay, so who in the realms would be making something like this? I mean, we have our cornerstones, right? Like,
no.
where
We have something worse than cornerstones. Grella Predator from Tribor.
Yeah, this is something she might bring
like
down.
like a common baker.
Yeah.
Right? Who is actually
Oh, I know.
the signpost for the Shadow Council in that place.
Oh yeah.
Right?
I think that's great.
Well,
this could be
it's fruity, it's spicy.
but it's long lasting. So this is like
amazing.
Like, what is it? Lambus bread. Lambus bread, right?
Lembas.
Yeah.
The elven bread?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is something like that she would make for adventurers that would be going out.
Yeah. It'd be like a kit,
Yeah.
right? You get
This is in
a
your
bottle,
adventurers kit. Yeah.
You get a bottle of this, and you get the full version of this cake. If you're going like with a party,
Yeah, exactly.
you'd have this in 4 pieces.
That's going to satisfy you for
weeks. Every person for a meal, you grab a chunk of it. No, but it's spicy. It's fruity, like in a wholesome way. So we got.
And it has
some,
those like ginger
some
notes.
rind.
Yeah.
No, it has ginger and fruit skins.
Yeah. Well, and that's what's interesting. 'Cause so whenever you see the like store-bought fruitcakes, it has those like weird chunks of fruit that just look horrible.
Well,
but
they're
this is
already,
real.
like
and-
mutated fruits.
Yeah.
This is actually like wholesome.
Yeah.
Good.
Like I'm staring at a half a cherry here.
Yeah, and not inimical to life.
Yeah.
This could support life.
Yeah.
Right? It is not a toxin itself. But this is it, dude. This is the combo. You got something rich and sweet in the bottle, right?
Yeah. Okay. Feeling a little.
No.
Just kidding, Rem. It's great. It's great. I'm not. Really, what happens is my throat kind of gets itchy and I sound like Darth Vader for about 2 hours. It's fun. Good party trick.
That was too scary. Please, that's not the type of joke I like. I don't want that type of joke. Now, but no. But that's it. We make the accompaniment for this. So this already has the spice. What we need to provide on this is base notes.
Yeah.
The alcohol is actually going to be the right accompaniment for that because it's so sweet and syrupy.
Okay.
We have to come at it on the back over here.
Yeah, totally.
I think this is a great hook, basically, but like a kit
Yeah.
that you get from this woman who
is she? I mean, she is.
provides. I mean, she does. She is also renowned. I'll be bringing her back for the arc.
Yeah.
For the last part of this third season arc, but she is absolutely like the boss, like the family boss of that region. And I feel like we can make something really nice that sits in the bottle alongside this kit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Baxter, you got it. The best part about this is that every bite, do not have any more. Every bite is like a completely different cake.
Yeah.
Every region of it has a different distribution of its base component.
Right. Smorgasbord of delightful flavors. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so Baxter, did you make this shit? Oh, that's it.
That's the beer.
Smoky, great flavors on the back. Like sticky, sweet spice over here. We just got to figure out what's in here, right?
Yeah.
Let's get to it. No, it turns out fruitcake doesn't have to be in a front. That's what we discovered today. I'm gonna tuck this back in here. How's your throat?
Fantastic.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Not gonna die?
Not yet.
All right.
I'll tell you.
Here. Yithian Historian wants to know if the dwarven equivalent of lembas bread is just a pony keg of whiskey.
Pretty much.
No, it's dwarf bread.
Yeah.
Discworld.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
All right, so let's get us a stout profile.
So let's try to put together something tasty here. All right. We have a couple questions in here. I might as well.
Yeah.
Jinjink, are you enjoying my books? Absolutely. What an assortment of treasures. Thank you so much, Jinjink. Blind Cleric wants to know if we've ever had the Wynkoop Rocky Mountain Oyster Stout, and
we've had some weird freaking beers, but I mean that might be a bridge too damn far.
I don't want to drink any
Balls.
I don't want to drink any balls, and I feel like that's okay for like.
Like it's okay to have a limit. It's okay to have I don't want to cross this bridge or this line, right?
This is about boundaries.
Yeah.
And that's one of my boundaries.
I mean,
but God damn it, Taka, listen.
Yeah, but the duck
listen.
looks like something. It's not the actual thing, right?
But it should be gross.
Yeah.
And it was great. Is there something about, like, are we wrong on the Rocky Mountain?
Yeah, I'm sure we are.
Actually, is that the magic ingredient?
I mean, there's a reason people eat them, I guess, right? But like, that doesn't mean I need to go down that road. I mean, if we want to Thelma and Louise it right off the fucking cliff, we can.
There's a reason. No, I pride myself on being game for things like this, but no. So
that's it. That's it.
We have to take a moment to just recognize how amazing this wort
It really smells.
is coming across. There has to be, that's the curse of this age, is that there's no device that we can use to invite your nostrils.
There's no Wonka vision yet, so.
To the product. But it is so rich, so sweet. It is exactly the right bill.
Yeah.
And then as soon as those hops hit it, it's just going to be magic.
Well, do we have a cam on that thing right now?
Oh yeah,
I want to see what
look.
the color is.
Because it should be a pleasant.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh look at that. I mean, it's perfect.
See in the glass. Mm-hmm. In the glass, that's going to show right through.
Yeah.
That is going to be real good. Oh, that's why it's starting to smell so great. Is that it's doing its first drain.
Yeah.
But in that mix, you could see all the husks for the Vorloff sort of thing.
Yep.
So I hadn't seen this process before.
God, I am so damn proud of you. This is fantastic.
Well, no, it's because all the brewing that I had done before was primarily we cracked some grains.
Yeah.
But most of it was extract. It was larger scale.
Yeah, but just
it'd
extract.
be 6 cases.
Yeah, totally.
But extract brewing.
Yeah, and
for
you're
the
not
most part.
using a Vorloff when you do that.
Pitchers of liquid malts, right? But when I was there with the head brewer over at Two Beers and with Dan.
Yeah, Dan, Jesse, and Alex, the brewers at Two Beers.
Such a treat. But essentially the husks, in the kettle act as the filter.
Exactly. It's its own filter bed.
It basically creates a filter just by the physical character of the grains.
Yeah.
And you could sort of see them already, even just inside the basket, you could see them ready to do their work. And that's basically what's happening. Once it's pumping it out, that wort is coming down, being pulled down through the grain bed itself, which is providing a filtration. It's pretty cool.
Yes.
All right, now, let's get at it.
I agree. So let's talk about the stout we want to make.
Yeah. So we know the rest of it, right? It's sort of like photo negative space type thing. We know that out here we've got the sweet fruit spice. But on the back, over on the stout side, what are we providing on that? We're just trying to make an accompaniment, right?
Right. So do we want this
like a
to
dual wield sort of situation, right?
Yeah.
What is the falchion, right, to this dagger?
Right. Do we want to make this sweeter in flavor, as a sweet stout?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think that essentially we want to have our sort of study in opposites sort of thing, right? Where the sweet's being handled out here. Well, I guess that's the question, right? Well, we should put it to them. Because the answer that they will come up with will be right 100% of the time. How do you make the proper partner for it?
Right. Do you go in the opposite direction? Do you mimic what's happening?
Or is it unified directly as opposed to being an opposition?
Okay, yeah, so think about it like this. So if she's making this cake, and it's for you to be crossing long treks with.
Exactly. You're gonna be. This is gonna be what you're eating for a while.
Right.
Right. Is these two things.
These two things.
Right.
So if it's either gonna be sweet to mimic that, or do we go against that, and so you don't just get bored.
Exactly.
On a long trek, right?
Exactly. So should it actually be oppositional in a way?
Yep.
So the sweet stout is the basic one.
Yeah, this would be like a milk stout. We could put in. Lactose, make it like a dragon, creamier. Or we could go with an oatmeal stout.
That's it.
So I would put those two up for a
come at
vote.
it on the baked goods side.
Yep.
So you're harmonizing either way.
Right.
But which side?
Yep.
Sweet milk stout. Or oatmeal stout. Those are cool choices, I think.
I don't know if we could do a gluten-free beer. They're actually easy to make.
Well, yeah. Scary. It's the easiest thing on earth. The source of the gluten is, I don't know if you saw the camera that was pointed at the device. The source of the gluten is all the grain.
You can use corn. I think corn is very gluten-free. There's sorghum is another additive.
Sorghum's a classic.
Yep.
If you see a lot of a ghost fish, it's just another type of grain. It's just another grain bill, essentially.
Pretty cool, right? It's just, you can do it. It's absolutely doable.
Right. But the truth is that you can, it tastes different.
It tastes different.
Be very clear about
But there are actually some beers that are gluten-free that Sam Adams, Sam Smith makes gluten-free beers that you would still drink. They're just as good. You really don't taste it. There are some breweries that have nailed it.
Yeah, and I don't mean bad. It's just that there is a lot of beers. Hello, Fode. There's a lot of beers that, in terms of grains, one of the reasons why a lot of these other grains aren't chosen is because a lot of these grains have like quinoa, let's say. Yeah. They have a natural bitterness, right?
Oh, right. I see. Yeah, that's true.
And so that's not a bad thing necessarily, but even sorghum is going to have, it just has a different character than wheat. It just does. But that doesn't mean that the beer can't be built in such a way that makes that a plus.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? In the same way that like when Two Bears came over and they had made like that, which one was it? Was it the passion fruit? They had dropped an IPA that had a fruit flavor in it, but then they harmonized that with the right hopping so that it was still sort of a coherent thing. And you can do exactly the same thing even with the bitterness in those ancient grains. Exactly right. Look, it's oatmeal stout. Right, that's what's going on right now. Once it got to 10 votes over, I got to hear the voice of the people. Gin Jink, and a couple others had asked about it as well. Is there a theme for this beer? Absolutely. We were inspired by Graham Baxter's fruitcake excursion. Oh man, check the color out.
I know, it's pretty cool, right?
We were inspired by this fruitcake excursion here. Spelt. Yeah, again, there is a bitterness there, a novel taste to it. And again, it's not a bad thing, but it's got to be it has to be part of your plan, right? But basically, yes, Baxter hooked us up with a fruitcake that was actually good. And so it occurred to us, because canonically, the sort of baker character that we have.
Well, the singing is already starting.
I see this icon. But canonically, the baker is Grella Pretter up in Tribor, who has occasionally inserted herself into the lives of the C team. It was revealed, the agent of the Shadow Council in the campaign. And it occurred to us that it might be interesting to try to create something like a package, like you would purchase this as adventurers.
Yeah.
You get like the full round of that cake or that quarter, and then that comes along with a bottle. And it's just an easy thing because nobody lives in Tribor. Tribor is a cow town. I mean, that's
literally.
Yeah, I mean it is a farming ranching type place. It doesn't have a huge population. You travel through Tribor to go to other places.
Cool. So we got. Oh, let's get our ABVs.
Yep.
So where do we want this as an ABV? I don't think, we can go, I don't want to go too high on the ABV with this one.
No, you wouldn't.
Because it's a traveling.
And it's a stout.
Yeah.
I mean, generally speaking, it's weird. Stouts have intense flavor, but it's not about ABV really. No. Right? Unless you talk about Imperial, it's a different story.
Right.
We know
that's a whole, we get it.
Russian sorcerer.
Yeah,
right? We're familiar with it.
So I say we do 4.5, 5.5, and 6.5?
Yeah.
That sound like
it's a good range.
Because, if you're traveling, do you want to be, I would think of it two ways. One, this is what you're having at every meal, or this is what you're having at the end of your trek during, after traveling X miles a day.
And then you cork it.
So think about it that way, I think.
Yeah.
Would be, low end would be if it's for all purposes during the day. High end if it was medicinal at night to cradle you around the campfire.
Exactly. Have you considered buying your base malts by the sack, 50 pounds, to save money over time? I mean, we certainly could do that, but I think part of it is that you enjoy patronizing a cool local shop and being a part of the community that's based in that shop.
Yeah, I mean, Micro Homebrew is awesome, so I always encourage you to go to your local homebrew shop and talk to the people there.
It's like the friendly local GameStop shop.
Yeah.
Right? It's exactly the same continuum where it's like you want to be a part of these things happening, and you want to enable them to continue to happen.
Exactly.
In your where you live.
But your local brew shop can't order you those bags. We just don't need to brew in that much quantity.
Yeah.
That it really matters because we're playing around with a lot of different flavors and grains.
It's true. GM Rocky says, I'm sure I'm not the only one curious about the process after the show, but what do you do for your cooling cycle and cleaning after the fact? So it depends on the era. In different eras, we have approached this in different ways. You want to hit that?
Yeah, so when we first started out, we actually were still using the Pico, but...
It's hardcore.
Yeah, we set up a plate chiller system, and it was cooled down in about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Now what we're doing is we're just using the Pico solely. The Pico will cool down over the course of 4 hours-ish or whatever, a couple hours after the fact, which is fine. I'd encourage you to do plate chilling if you do have a Pico, but it's not necessary. But I like to get it cooled down as quick as possible. But now, just because we have so much going on, we're just letting the Pico do its thing, and then we rack after that and pitch the yeast. So you have a lot of different options on how you can do that.
Let's hit it up on the 4.5.
All right. Now let's talk a little bit about the color.
Yeah, and the fruitcake itself was pretty.
It was pretty dark, right?
Pretty dark.
But
pretty dark and rich looking.
But it had that. But it also had that. There was a little bit of brown in there. It wasn't pitch black, right? It was.
Oh no. Again, that was distinct.
Yeah.
From the sort of offerings we typically get, like we have opinions about fruitcake by and large because of the fruitcakes that get inflicted on people.
Right.
Those tend to be very dark.
Yeah. But think about the SRM chart and think about where we were with that fruitcake. There are some places in that cake where it was probably a 28.
Yeah.
And then other parts where it turned to like a 34, depending on what
So let's say 25, let's say 28, 32, 40.
Okay.
So this is the liquid that is going to accompany you on this journey. There's a pretty solid range here.
Yeah.
And don't worry in terms of the SRM. Don't worry about what type of levers are available to us as in the flavor side.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get there pretty easy with this style of beer.
Yeah, it's not going to be tough at all.
Yeah, I would just think about in the context of this, what would she be making? What kind of colors would she inflict in this?
The truth, right, is that she's a deeply, as I suggested before, she's a deeply practical woman. I mean, in my mind, these bottles are black anyway, just to keep the contents safe, right? Or she's selling them to you like in a pony or something like that,
right?
That you're bringing with your group. I think it's entirely possible that a lot of the people who consume this stuff are not even conscious of the color. To my mind, that means that she could use a lot more of the lighter grains that would be plentiful from the fields around there without a lot of special additions.
Yeah.
That's my theory. We'll see where they feel, but the truth is that any one of those colors is great and gives us all kinds of cool options. Catriar, thank you so much. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Malted oats.
Oh, Ryan, we're definitely using malted oats in this.
Malted oats? What the fuck is that? I didn't even know there was a type of oat.
Yeah.
I know about the flaked oat.
Yeah, I mean the malted oats is going to give us that oat flavor and characteristic.
It's going to go big.
Whereas flaked oats don't really give you the flavor as much. It's more about body.
No, it's about character.
Yeah.
Right. But the malted. Oh, I see. So the malted. That's going to be more like an oatmeal.
Think about all the oatmeal
breakfast.
stouts you've had. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I don't know why I was thinking about this. Remember those oatmeal cookies with the stuffing in the middle? Or whatever it was. I can't remember what they're called. But for some reason I was thinking about them last night. And
the grandma's ones?
Yeah.
Like the stouts? Yeah, that's real good. Scary Crazy. Maybe team up with Seamus Blackley for ancient grains beer. Use of his ancient yeast colors with some ancient grains. I haven't talked to Seamus Blackley in years and years, probably 18 years. I could reinitiate contact. Oh, hey, Viking Goat says, how is the recuperation going, Councilman Azerbaijan?
Great. I'm down 60 pounds of water. So
that's so bonkers.
Crazy, right? Body's a weird,
it doesn't
weird,
make any
mysterious
sense,
thing.
Man. But did you or did you not acquire a Switch at exactly the right time?
Right at the right time. Thank you very much.
So were you you were basically going wild on Dragon Quest Builders, like just there in the...
Yeah,
in the
we have to do the online stuff now because I'm itching to try that out.
Do they have Wi-Fi? Yeah, I haven't been in the hospital multiple days in a long time.
Yeah.
So you can basically hook up to the Wi-Fi, like make
Which
your
is interesting
purchases
because for Dragon Ball you have to, or Dragon Quest. I didn't know you had to be online to play. It wouldn't let me play without Wi-Fi or internet, which is weird because there's so much offline play, right?
I've done tons of offline play. Maybe it depends.
Yeah, maybe I had it up. Maybe I had the setting on wrong.
What can happen? It depends on if you already have an account on another device.
Oh,
what'll happen is if your device is not like if your account is not synced up to something. Basically, with the Switch, you have like primary devices and secondary devices.
Gotcha.
If it ever comes to believe for whatever reason, even incorrectly, that you are playing on a device that is your secondary device, it has to be online to check the license every time.
Oh, so, okay, that makes sense.
Because you'd think the Switch should be the ultimate fucking device for travel.
Right.
I got caught up in this on the trip back from East.
Yeah.
Where I couldn't access any of the software I had on the device because it had come to think that. I had to purchase, like from GoGo Internet, I had to purchase internet for my phone. And then I had to make my phone a Wi-Fi hotspot.
Yeah.
And then I had to connect my Switch to my phone in the airplane.
Jesus.
To change. I had to go through like
that is
steps.
that is a lot of hoops, man.
It was bonkers, is what it was. All right, hey, it was close, but I think the pitch seems to have worked. Let's go with this 28.
28.
Yeah.
Awesome. I think that's a great color.
Of course it is. They don't make bad decisions. IBU. Now, of course, just like with the ABV.
What did we hit for ABV?
ABV is 4.5.
Cool.
But just like with the ABV, even though stouts have a firm presence, they don't. It's not. That presence doesn't come from bitterness. Like the taste profile isn't about the bitterness. Really.
No, and really what we're doing is in this type of beer, we're putting in hops at the bittering stage because it's just to balance out the flavors and the malts that malt bombs we're going to be dropping into this thing. You can get crazy and do some flavor and aroma hops, but it's not traditionally the way you would do one of these.
Yeah.
I mean, so on average, you're looking about 25 to 40 IBUs at most.
Yeah.
But remember, it's not even if we're at the high end of that spectrum, it's not like a pale ale, we're adding 40 IBUs to a pale ale because you have so much malt that it has to bust its way through.
It basically has to like break the door down just to maintain against the rest of the flavor profile.
Yeah.
Which often has a lot of like roasted grains.
Right. So if we want that flavor to really come through and be over the top, that's where it would be in the lower end of the spectrum.
Right.
When we hit the 40, that's going to mellow the beer out.
Basically.
And
it's just almost flatten it.
Yeah. And so the way to think about that is, would she be making this so it kind of has you're really going back and forth with this between these two foods, right? That would be the lower end of the spectrum where you really want to taste the difference between the two, between the beer and the cake, or the high end of the spectrum where it's going to be, okay, this is...
It could rest on its own.
Yeah, just kind of complements the other one.
Hey, so Xanthos D, I see you got the Son of Berserker. Oh, that's the SOB.
Yeah.
What did you get from St. Elias and Kenai River? So that is the gummy bear. I hope above all you enjoy the contribution from the Shadow Council agents in Alaska.
Yeah.
Well, Shadow Council, of course, in Alaska, Shadow must be considered a friend in that dark place. At any rate, dark sometimes. Action Economist says, speaking of fruitcake, did you know that in Forgotten Realms lore, Red Larch is known for a type of food called crumble cake? I referenced it in the first season. Made of nuts, chickpeas, mash, chopped roots, greens, and turkey. It was a sustainable foodstuff on travel roads that wasn't necessarily known to taste very good. That's exactly right. And the cornerstones were sort of made by. I created that tradition sort of to stand apart from the crumble cake, but that's obviously less practical and more cornerstones are a very seasonal, late summer type food, at least in the campaign. Yeah, they want the 25.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which is, I mean, great news because it means that we can the taste profile that we make, we'll just be conscious about it in a different way.
Absolutely.
So 25 is the last piece of information you need to unlock it. So it's ABV 4.5, which is, near the southern end of that spectrum. SRM 28 and IBU 25. So indeed, in every one of these cases, it's the lowest one of the available options.
I like that, yeah.
Okay. All right, so now we know all the basics there. Let's see. Under Dogag says, what are your top tips for surviving the hellscape of family vacations? Man, that's
Write a book about that one.
That's a tough spot. Well, I mean, having just survived one, I think the main thing is we talked about boundaries before. You have to establish some boundaries, even on family vacations. There has to be periods of time, and the truth is, it's just like, even the youth enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like, they want to be left alone as well. So I think it's recognizing that it has to be a vacation for everyone, and sometimes that means not being together all the time. You have to be practical about these things. All right.
Okay, so let's talk about our base malts that we're going to put in here.
Yes.
So the base malt that we're going to use, or we can choose from on this one, I'm going to go with traditional 2-row is your first choice. This is going to be very clean, crisp, and dry.
It's not really a statement.
Yeah.
Right?
It's going to let the other flavors do the talking that we build into this.
Yep.
Or we can put in Golden Promise as another one. This is going to make it a little sweeter in flavor.
Yep.
Or Maris Otter. This is going to be bready.
Yep. Yeah. So.
And with those two, with the Golden Promise and the Maris Otter, we're going to do a combo of 2-row and...
to fill the rest of it out.
Yeah, 2-row and either or, that if you choose one of those.
Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is that if you compare it to the blonde stout that we have in there, an actual stout isn't going to have anywhere near the amount of grains.
No.
That's the funny part,
yeah,
right?
Traditional stouts, it's basically 2-row and maybe another grain and you're done.
Yeah,
That's a traditional
the bottom of the grain bed.
Yeah.
Like so. Hey, now, George, would it be possible to take a peek at our brewing instrument? Take a looky-loo in that grain realm.
Dum, dum.
That's the realm.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's still working. Yeah, I mean, take a look. The best way, at least in this device, to sort of check it, up on top, there's just not a light. There isn't a lot of light coming in there, and so it looks much darker than it actually is. You got to look down at that.
Underneath the bed,
the
yeah. It still has that really nice caramel,
right?
Color to it.
Yeah, that is going to be such a surprising. That is going to be such a surprising product.
I mean, that's what everybody was going for with
they
it.
put it together. I mean, especially when the spices hit. I can't even imagine the aroma that hits. Oof.
With that, what taku? Woohoo.
Okay. Wow, they want the Maris, and I get it too.
Okay.
Right? Because they're trying to make something that is synonymous. They're trying to create that synonym for the fruitcake, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. No, what's the SRM on Maris?
On Maris, it's just a 4. It's not much more than a regular. Maris is just another type of pale. Yeah. It's not just.
But the flavor, because I think of the flavor as being so much different.
Yeah, but remember, flavor doesn't always have to coincide with the color,
No,
right?
for sure. It's just, it's why you're able to play tricks like the blonde stout. Right?
Exactly. What are we going for? 4.5
for ABV.
Yeah, perfect.
4.5. Yeah, so it's just going to be a touch on the dark malt side.
So here's where we can get really creative with this.
Yes.
With oatmeal stouts, do we want to go more roasty in flavor? Do we want to go have it be very chocolatey in flavor?
Yeah.
Or caramel?
Yeah.
What do we want for those flavors? How would she be making this pastry or this beer to accompany a fruitcake?
From what she can get on the back. Here, so we should give them all 3 of those if we can.
Okay.
Right? So chocolate malt.
Yep, chocolate malt. I'd say a roasted barley. This is going to give us a
bread.
Yeah, burnt coffee.
Yep.
Roasted flavors. Or let me see if we want to do.
The only bad thing about the show is that we have to wait to have the stuff. Because I already want it. This is already looking good.
Yeah, or we could do.
So we have our chocolate, our roasted coffee.
Yep, we'll do
caramel's gonna be the
a crystal like 120 or something in that high range.
Yep. So crystal 120. That's gonna be the Richard caramel.
Esquire, the third.
And you're gonna see as soon as we hit the button on this, as soon as we figure out which one sounds like the right choice, we'll throw it in there, and it'll just be a couple clicks, and you will get a sense of just how much darker it gets off of that. Because the SRM is in a completely other category. It can be a 100-fold increase, right?
Yeah. Ooh, roasted barley came out really quick out the gate.
Well, it's interesting. But and I think in general, they're trying to build the grain bed that is more on the baked good ready side of things. And they're not wrong. Out of these 3 choices, I think that's going to be the readiest of that selection there. But also, especially recently, I've been very partial to barley.
Yeah.
Just because it imparts such a wholesome character. No, Trent, you are quite right. There's an identity already forming in the channel.
That's great.
It's barley oriented.
Hey,
And no, I support it.
Can't hate it.
I support it 100%.
Roasted barley. Yeah, Orion, that's a really good way to think about it. A sweet fruitcake with a dry oatmeal roasted.
You get that support. Okay. Jerry, now that the Pico is down on ground level, do we need to get you an arm extender so that you can comfort the grains?
Yeah, right. It's like a selfie stick, but just like a.
I don't want to go into why we have it, but we literally do have a white mannequin hand taped to a extendable rod. I'm not proud of it. I'm just saying it's something that we own.
There's got to be a freaking story behind that one. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, maybe. We won't be learning it today.
That violates TOS.
But I mean, there was a time where it had a radically different purpose.
So this has this hand.
Yeah, this
This-
claw.
This
So now
appendage has multiple uses. Like there wasn't just one. It was.
Well, I mean, it has one use, per use, per
Sure,
event.
well, but I mean,
But no, so
there were multiple formats for where it was, introduced.
It used to have a very specific purpose, and now we use it if our keys fall off of our desks against the wall. So there's a very, very, very small trench back there, and get that paw, get that milky paw, just get that up. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, roasted barley's got it.
It'd be the best back scratcher ever in this meat suit if it weren't 6 feet long. I mean, someone else would have to scratch your back with it, and in that case, they should just scratch your back. They don't need this tool.
So here's where we're going to get our SRM.
Yeah. So take a look at this, folks.
Boom.
Wow.
Bop, bop.
Wow.
So if we have nothing in this, that's what the beer is at. It's at essentially a 5.
Yeah.
We add a quarter of a pound, and we're up to 16. We add another quarter, and we're at about 25.
24.9. I'll take it. God, but what a lovely color, though.
Pretty cool, right?
Here, no, and oats, they're not going to add much of anything, right?
No, so what we're gonna, we're gonna put some malted oats in here. This is SRM of 1, so it's not gonna really add much.
It doesn't exist.
You don't really have to add much to this. You don't need a lot going into it, but
Yum.
I'm gonna give one more
Grain?
grain.
Really?
So, well, kind of. So what we're gonna do is it's threefold. We're either add nothing to this bill, keep it as it is.
Yeah.
The next, we're gonna put brown sugar into this. Could be really fun to try brown sugar
Why brown sugar?
to give it that really cool, molassesy, sugary flavor to this.
100%, but you've never once offered it.
We've never once done an oatmeal stout.
Yeah, I guess that's true. God, brown sugar's gonna be so good.
Or victory malt, which is going to give us, that biscuity, toasty flavor. You could do just molasses, but I like the thought of trying out dark brown sugar.
So we'll try that. Man, that is just...
Pretty cool, right? I mean, we have the capability, we have the technology.
I'm just saying that it would be with the bill that we already have. It is completely. It just rhymes with it. Like it's very, very good.
The Stones. Sorry, you know what? I'm okay with that.
Hold on a second. What's this? What's this now, Clues? I gotta wait for it to hit my my question and answer thing. You want to do a live cast of my hand, and then we can put it on a stick to pet the grains?
Oh, that's just fucking weird.
Yes, we can do that. If you want to do the live cast,
Oh, it's creepy.
It's creepy as hell. Yeah, I agree with you. Well, Chuck, you have to understand.
Motorize it where you press the button.
No, but Clues has it. I mean, this is well within Clues' capability to be sure. But it would be amazing to have a button that we could just like push, and then this haunted ass ivory palm.
Yeah.
I'm horrified by you, chat.
Don't ask for it unless you want it.
No, listen. I commit to the bit. I'm ready to be completely part of this, and I'm ready to have that paw. God, oh, Clues, you're gonna have to put my paw in something like. It's gonna be like a cold medium, right? Is it gonna be like a plaster? Is this gonna be like a plaster reduction mold type thing? Okay. Well, anyway. Yeah. God bless. God bless you. God bless you, Clues. Yeah, so Tyrion's coming in on this as well.
Ooh.
The machine could also have a recording of Jerry singing, man, it is nonstop. No, you can't take a cast of my butt, Tenuous, you fucking devil. Here, so we're going to be good on the brown sugar. I think...
Brown sugar! Well, yeah.
Is that a song? Listen, I know it's a granule. That's the only thing I know about it. So Patrick, we're going to have to finish this one up next time because I know that Mike gets very testy if I don't send the stream over to him and his young man. So we can finish this one up next time. It'll be easy peas. Now, should we get Patrick in?
Patrick's here.
He's here? Oh, he already came in? Oh, perfect. Okay, then we're going to play some XCOM. At 3 o'clock, we may not get through a full game, but we will install the app. So this is a board game experience where one plays against a kind of AI opponent. Yep. It's a cooperative game.
Yep, it's a co-op game with an app that runs the show for you.
Exactly. So we tell it what moves we've done, and then it basically performs, in the game. It's sort of a shadowy turn outside of our purview.
Oh, it gets chaotic.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Like, because it's time. Your turn it acts in the story, kind of like a story mode, so.
Yeah, so Mike just sent me a text, lol, can you finish? Dude, my clock says 128.
Yeah, hey, I got 2 minutes left.
That clock's wrong.
What?
Well, clearly
Why
it's
the fuck
wrong,
is
Josh. I'm aware of that now.
We don't have the technology to put a clock to the right time?
No. Well, this is very hurtful. And he's continuing to issue a torrent of abuse.
You just
on the phone.
Yeah.
But I can help you on one of the parts at least. What's that?
He said you can finish.
Oh, you son of...
Well, yeah. No. Fuck you.
Fuck you, we're ending early. How do you like...
It's fine. All right.
That's where you're going with?
So Clues has got it. Yeah, fuck you. I'm going to give you what you want.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, you piece of shit? No.
Fuck, dig it.
No. I'm not going to give him what he wants. I'm going to give everybody else what they want.
That's true. He's Kanyeing you? Is that a thing?
I don't think it. I don't think. Listen,
is Kanyeing somebody a thing? Is that?
I don't think Kanye is a verb. Let's. We have to.
Let's not make it a verb if it is.
We have to be clear on some of these points. All right, here. So.
Mike's over here like, I'm gonna let you finish.
Oh,
that's odd.
You bastard. No, so hey, hang on a second. So what you're saying is that I'm being Kanye'd?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well,
no,
here.
I'm gonna let you finish.
Now, if I pull this open, how much louder is it gonna get? Is that a lot louder?
Nope.
Okay. Well, it's because everybody wants the grains to get that affection. Yeah, see, Yithian's coming up there. Yeah, and see, Laura's pleased. I'm just trying to think of a song that will please these grains, because this is a lovely color. Like, I mean, I feel like I have to contribute something to these grains, right?
Yeah. Petting, singing, I mean, anything you can do.
That's so good, though. I mean,
it smells great, I can tell you this much.
No. I mean, I recognize that brown sugar song. I'm just saying that, like, being down here so very near to the grains.
It's like it's an intimate moment.
Well, I'm not sure that I've ever actually done it properly on the new device.
Well, I don't think you've ever actually sat down next to it. Like, this is a whole different way to approach the grains while singing. It's like rocking your child to sleep in some way.
Oh, man. It's good. I'm just trying to think if I can even do this song, maybe.
What you got? Do it!
How would you even do it? It's like, so you think you can tell.
Damn.
Heaven from hell.
He went there.
Blue skies from pain. Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail? A smile from a veil. Do you think you can tell? Did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts? Hot ashes for trees, hot air for a cool breeze, cold comfort for change. Did you exchange a walk-on part in the war for a lead role in a cage? All right, let's do that. All right, now.
Oh, that was great.
Here, so let's go up there. Oh, we have to do the other part of the ritual.
Man, remember the album The Pulse?